Hello, this is Gary at Jack Raven Bushcraft. Thank you for watching our video. This week I'm going to make a woodland mallet. We use mallets on a fairly regular basis out in the woods here when we're running our courses. They're also a useful implement to have with you when you're out doing your bushcraft, something that you can make as you go along. This one, you can see it's definitely seen better days, and so one of the jobs that I'll be doing over the winter is to replace those mallets that we use on our courses. So I'm going to actually do two different videos on making a woodland mallet. This is the first. This one I'm going to demonstrate using a saw and a knife, and then next week I'm going to do one on making a mallet with an axe. So here I've got a bit of sycamore and my trusty pruning saw. So what I want to do is I'm going to saw basically all the way around this log, and then I'm going to batten down to it. So what I need to do is try to make sure that I saw about the same kind of distance down all the way around. Now that's not helped by the fact that what I've got here is more oval than it is round, so I'm going to have to kind of guess a little bit there. But what I can do is just kind of use my saw here as a guide. So that's about how far I want to saw down with it. So if I just kind of look on the saw there, and that's giving me about 12 millimeters or so from the top. So that's going to be my guide on how I do the sawing on it. So I'm going to go about here, draw back a few times, like so, and then saw down. Now let's see if I can get my foot on this. As I say, I'm just using the blade itself as a depth gauge here. So far I've got probably another 4 or 5 mil to go, I reckon. That's probably about it. And then spin it over, same thing on the other side. I do want to try to make sure that I line these cuts up more or less. So it's all quite straightforward like that. And now I can go here, so essentially I want to saw all the way around it, and hopefully get my cuts to all end up in the same place once it's finished. And that's all going to line up more or less. A little bit just here. There we go, that's more or less all the way around. And it's about the same depth all the way around. So again, I can just kind of check with my saw just to make sure that it is all that I have got that same depth all the way around. As I say, to do that I'm just going to literally, I can just put my saw in and just check that I've got the same kind of amount of saw out of the wood all the way around. That tells me it's the same depth all the way around. So it's not quite on this bit, I need to go a little deeper here. Like so. So finished with the saw. So now what I need to do, use my knife, and I'm going to batten down into these cuts. So I'm going to do it in stages, so rather than going right the way to where I think my cut is, I'm just going to go a little bit further out than that. I am entirely aware of the irony of using a mallet to make a mallet. If you're out in the woods doing this for the first time, just pick up a branch, and that's likely to do the trick. So, and so you can see I'm just starting to take these bits off. Now, that's it. So here, it hasn't battened off in one go. So what I need to do is put my knife away, back to the saw, and I will just saw down here a little bit. There. So it just needed that tiny little bit extra. So back to the knife. As I say, I am doing this in stages, and I can now sort of see a little bit more now where the saw cut has gone, what depth it's gone to. So now I'm just going to take the corners off. Whoops. That is one of the issues with this, it can fall over a bit. But by taking the corner off each time, I'm essentially getting something that's coming, or starting to be quite round already. Just battening it down like so. Like that. So that's starting to get there. It's not too far off. I could take a slightly different approach now though. So I'm going to just move myself a little bit and stand sideways onto my stump, and now I can just bring the knife down like so, and just sort of shape that. So as I'm doing this movement, I've got my arm more or less straight, so it's not locked at the elbow. There's a slight curve in there, but it's more or less like this, just go straight up and down. And if I hit a knot, the beauty of me being standing off to one side is that I can literally just sort of sink my weight down, so I can drop my knees into it and use that to get over any bits that might be slightly trickier, such as a knot. So I've got a little bit of feathering going on there, so I could just kind of do a little thumb push, take those off. So I'm then just going to shape the bottom part of the handle. Now what I need to be aware of, so here I could go down and I don't have to worry too much about stopping. My hand is completely clear of the piece of wood, so there's no danger of me bashing my knuckles. This time around, if I go straight down like that, I'm going to punch the stump and that's going to hurt. So I just stand back a little bit like that, and now if I stand sideways on, you can see my hand is going there and it's clear of the stump, so I'm not going to hurt myself. And I'm just shaping it down really to be a comfortable hand hold. So let's give that a try. There we are. So that fits nicely. It's nice and smooth. I'm not going to get any splinters. And there's our woodland mallet. I hope that's something you found useful, something that you could take forward on your own bushcraft adventures. I will endeavour to get some more content out next week. You make sure you don't miss out on that by subscribing either to our YouTube channel or to our blog, either of which are Jack Raven Bushcraft. In the meantime, take care.